Welcome to Wrestling with Snipes. Today we'll be reviewing Monday Night Raw for September 23rd, 2023. Raw starts off with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio arriving to the building in a lowrider. As they get out of the car, we see Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed brawling in the back. Liv and Dom then make their way out to the ring. Liv said, "We just did a victory lap. You wouldn't know what that means because you're a bunch of losers." The Liv Morgan revenge tour is going exactly as planned as I took everything from Rhea Ripley. Then Rhea comes out and interrupts and says, "Take it easy, I'm not going to hit you," before she enters the ring. The crowd chants "Mommy" and Liv says, "Shut up." Liv says, "I'm not going to beat you at Bad Blood because I'm bigger than you or because I'm stronger than you. It's because I'm smarter than you. I'm cleared for Bad Blood," and Adam Pearce has said, "Dom, you will be hanging from a steel cage from the roof." The people go bananas and Rhea says, "At Bad Blood, I'm taking back what I never lost. I'm taking the Women's World Championship." Then Rhea headbutts Liv and we go to commercial break. Next we have Sami Zayn one-on-one with Ludwig Kaiser. They go back and forth, chop for chop, and then Ludwig hits a top rope dropkick and takes over the match. They end up fighting outside of the ring, and Ludwig launches Zayn into the barricade, but Zayn jumps up on top of the barricade. Then Kaiser shoves him headfirst into Samantha's chair, and we go to commercial break. Back from break, and Kaiser is beating down Sami Zayn, and they are battling to the top rope. Sami then hits a sunset flip from the top for a 2 count. Then Sami hits an exploder and sets up for a haluva kick, but Kaiser rolls out to the outside of the ring. Kaiser then shoves Sami up against the steel steps and then runs around the ring and then hits a running drop kick into Sami's head into the steel steps. Looks like it's about to be over, but Sami makes it in before the 10 count. Kaiser then starts arguing with the referee, and then Sami hits an exploder, then a German suplex, then the haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn picks up the victory, and as he's celebrating, out comes the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. Gunther says, "I've seen enough. There's no better place to do this. Right here in California. Sami, you want a title shot?" The answer is no. Then we go to the New Day. The New Day are in the back talking about the 10-year anniversary coming up. Then they are approached by American Men who show up. Chad says, "This is not what you want to be if you want to be tag team champions." New Day says, "We've been tag team champions 12 times, mother." And then a challenge is issued, and the challenge is accepted. Next up, we have Dragon Lee with the LWO against Carlito with the Judgment Day. Dragon Lee starts the match with a dropkick and a suicide dive to start the match. Lee rolls Carlito into the ring, and Carlito hits a clothesline, turning him inside out. Dragon Lee then goes for a moonsault, but JD jumps off the apron to distract him. Then the Judgment Day takes out the LWO on the outside, only to see Rey Mysterio over the barricade, taking out JD. Carlito is distracted, and Dragon Lee rolls him up and takes advantage and gets the 3 count and the victory. Then in the back, we see Sheamus holding a shillelagh, saying he is coming for Pete Dunne. We come back from commercial, and out comes The Miz, who is about to go one-on-one with Big Bronson Reed. As Reed is entering, he's attacked by Braun Strowman. Strowman hits him with a chokeslam on the apron, and then Miz gets in Strowman's face. Reed then hits both of them with a suicide dive. Reed throws Strowman in the ring and heads to the top of the turnbuckle, but security breaks it up before he can hit the big splash. Then Reed knocks down 2 security guards and hits them with a big splash. Then Strowman hits 2 security guards with a chokeslam. They beat down and clear the ring of security, and they take a big clothesline, and both men are down. Then Bronson looks like he's going to go for another splash, but Strowman meets him at the top. Looks like it may be a superplex, but security breaks it up, and Bronson Reed heads to the back as Strowman stands tall on the top rope. Oh, next comes Drew McIntyre. He says he's been thinking a lot about what Punk said all week. "We are both ready to sacrifice it all inside the cell." Drew says he does not want to go back into the cell of what's happened to him in the past from the cell. He said his wife begged him not to do this match and to stay away from Hell in the Cell because she has seen what it has done to his mental health. Then Drew says he's made a couple promises to himself. He promises to make CM Punk bleed. He promises to inflict more pain than CM Punk will ever seen before. Drew says he will break CM Punk permanently. Short and sweet promo. Then we go to the back with Jackie Redmond with Adam Pearce. Pearce says this has gone too far, and next week we are going to see Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed, last monster standing. Then we see Pete Dunne attacking Sheamus with a cricket bat as we go to commercial break. We come back from break and we see Alba Fire and Isladon, the former tag champs, the Unholy Union, walking out to the ring. Then we go to the back and we see Judgment Day confronted by Damage Control. Then we see Damage Control confronted by the tag team champions. Jade says, "Don't even look at our titles, you better concentrate on your match tonight." Damage Control talks some Japanese and then they headed to the ring for the tag team contest. Sky and Dawn started off the match going back and forth, then Sky getting the upper hand, then making quick tags, taking out Isla Dawn. Then Zayn's tagged in, hits a head scissors. Then Zayn hits a right hand off the top rope. Then Dawn pulls Kairi Sane's head into the ropes, knocking her off the apron onto the outside of the ring, and we go to commercial break. Come back from break and Zayn makes the hot tag to Io Sky. Then Fire hits a super kick on Sky but only gets a 2 count. The Unholy Union go for their tag team finisher, but Sky holds on to Zayn, then knocks her off the top rope. Zayn hits the insane elbow from the top rope out to the outside, and Io Sky hits the moonsault on Dawn in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Damage Control picks up the victory. Then we see Kathy Kelly bend the back with Braun Breaker. Breaker says, "After tonight, sorry Jey, but you will not be Intercontinental Champion. But maybe in a couple months, if you work your way back up, I'll give you another title shot because I'm going to be Intercontinental Champion for a long time." We come back from commercial break and we see Sami Zayn telling Jey Uso to go make the Intercontinental title yours. Jey is eating it up. Then we've got a tag team match with the New Day against American Made. The match starts off with them trading rights and all 4 men go after each other in the ring. Then we see suplexes from each of the opposite, one onto Woods, one onto a Creed brother, and we go to commercial break. Back from break and Woods is being double teamed. American Made is cutting off the ring. Chad Gable then distracts the ref as Woods makes the hot tag, but the ref doesn't see it and stops Kofi from entering the ring. Julius and Woods are on the top rope. Woods pushes him off the top rope and hits a missile drop kick and makes the hot tag to Kofi Kingston. Kofi takes down both Creed brothers and then he hits a splash from the very top rope onto the outside, taking out the Creeds. Then he throws one of the Creed brothers in and hits a crossbody but only gets a 2 count. He then misses the Trouble in Paradise, but Xavier Woods asks for the tag. Gable jumps up on the top and Woods hip tosses Gable into the ring and starts putting a beating on him. But as he doesn't see the Creed brothers from behind to attack him, the Creeds hit the brutal ball. 1, 2, 3. American Made pick up the victory. Then we see the challenger for the Intercontinental Champion main event, Jey Uso. Uso's making his way to the ring through the crowd. Main event, Jey Uso is now in your city. Followed by the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion, the badass Braun Breaker. Breaker starts off using his power, tossing Jey into each corner. Braun then goes for a suplex, but Jey blocks it, but then Braun overpowers him and drops him on the top of the rope. Then Braun hits a backbreaker and goes for the pin, but doesn't pin him and ends up hitting 6 push-ups. Then Jey drop kicks Braun falling onto the outside, and Jey hits a suicide dive. But Braun hits him with a forearm. As Jey is getting up, Braun hits a clothesline from the apron over the announce table, and they are both laid out going to commercial break. Back from the break, and Jey's building some momentum, but then jumps over the top. Then Braun hits a gut buster and Jey reverses it with a Samoan drop for a 2 count. Jey then is on the top rope and it looks like he's going to go for a splash. But Breaker runs up and hits a top rope Frankensteiner and the people are going bananas. Jey rolls to the outside and Braun slides out to the ring and runs and hits a spear. Then he tosses Jey into the ring. Before Braun gets back in the ring, he mouths off to a fan. Then he gets into the ring and out of nowhere, Jey hits a spear off his own. And after the spear, Jey goes to the top rope to hit a Uso splash. 1, 2, oh my god, Breaker kicked out. The fight spills onto the outside and Braun Breaker's on one side of the ring. Then he runs to the other side and goes for a spear, but Jey hits him with a super kick. Then Jey spears Braun through the barricade and tosses him into the ring. Jey hits another spear on Braun and goes to the top rope. The people are going crazy. Jey hits the Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. We got a new Intercontinental Champion. The whole building is yeeting as Monday Night Raw ends.